Welcome to the official AFL Fantasy Podcast with the Traders, thanks to Sportsbet.
G'day with the Traders. I'm Roy, Coach Destroy, and I'm here with Warnie.
Coach of the Warn Dogs.
And Calvin.
Coach Calvinator.
Boys, this is a really highly anticipated teams dropping. I think every sicko out there, or everyone has a little bit of sicko.
They do.
That kind of gets a bit up and about when there's potential mass carnage.
Yes, agreed.
It feels like it's one of those rounds.
We already know a bit. I guess that's the thing. There would be a lot of coaches with a forced trade at the moment. Well, of course, with Dusty Martin being the third most traded, third most selected player. He is easily the most traded out player with tens of thousands of coaches jumping off board off him, which you need to do.
Of course.
Oh, yeah.
It's a season done.
But it could be a little bit of prioritising where you do trade as well, Could happen for some coach. So the Josh Kelly one is big. He will be named. It's a Sunday game, and it's the last game of the round. So a little bit like the Callum Mills fiasco for people. Oh, you couldn't do anything because you probably made your trades. You might be in a situation with Kelly on Sunday.
If Josh Kelly is out, do we get his average? What?
It's a good average.
It's a great average. Why can't I get it? It's an ankle injury.
So it's going to be then, a burning question will be whether, because it's such a popular, relevant player, do we hold a trade just in case?
Okay.
Do we wait and see what our emergency might get and then trade away if we have a decent emergency score? Or is there someone else Kelly can go to in that last game?
Everyone's going to be doing different things.
All valid questions.
They are, aren't they?
They are.
Where's your head at the moment with it?
Hold and he plays.
Yep, hold and he plays.
Yep.
Have you got an emergency for him?
Hardly.
But you've got Amadi,
You got Amadi.
Yeah. Who do you have, Cal?
I would have Bramble.
See.
So how's that kissed? It's called having a good bench, mate.
That is a good bench.
If he scores, he's no good.
Oh,
if he gets
good.
If he gets like a 20,
right? People are choosing to play him. Well, I have to play.
Oh, he's a captain consideration for me.
I'll be the judge of that.
So it's gosh, that's nice for you having that. But so I'm thinking I'm going to have a 40 sitting there. But at this stage, I plan on trading as per him playing if he is named, which we think he will be.
Okay, well, teams are in, so let's go through them then, Calvinator, and see what has happened with the round 19 teams. We'll start with Friday night footy. Oh, there's no Thursday night game too. Do you feel relaxed because of that?
I do.
Much more
good,
relaxed.
isn't it? So Port Adelaide are bringing in Rosie, Dersma and Butters. The trio of those young guns are in. So outs, Leonard omitted, McEntee. I didn't even know he played.
Probably not.
Martin Frederick and Sam Mays all omitted there for Collingwood. So they've brought in debutants there in Jack Ginnivan and also Anton Tohill.
Yeah, right.
He's Irish. And Finlay McRae's back. Do you have him, right?
I hope so. I think I do.
What? So there's your forward emergency.
He's a green dot.
He's a green dot because it's Friday night footy. Cal Brown's out injured, Main injured, Josh Thomas injured, and Will Hoskin Elliott injured. So, Saturday footy, we've got Carlton and North Melbourne. Patrick Cripps comes back in. So, Fogarty is out after being the medical sub, but Owies has been managed.
Right.
North Melbourne. Cunnington is back in with Jed Anderson.
Jed. Wow.
Hit the scrappy.
Oh, look at you. You're about to go to it now.
He's in my keeper league.
Charlie Lazaro has been omitted. Moni is out injured, as well as Robbie Tarrant. So there we go. The next game that we'll be looking at is Brisbane and Gold Coast. Calamarchi, Jared Berry come in. The outs, Jackson Pryor's been omitted. Kadeen Coleman omitted. And Thomas Berry, who was a Medi sub, is out as well. For the Suns, Oleg Markov comes back in. Brandon Ellis out with that hamstring for a couple of weeks. And Nick Holman is out injured as well. For the next game, which must be... Geez, I've got to get my...
It's complicated, dog. You're doing a great job.
Well, the thing is, I'm getting this actually off the AFL website with the team selections here, and they've all been put in different orders. So here we go. West Coast and St Kilda. Jake Waterman is back into the squad with Josh Kennedy after that calf that he was out with last week. Hutchings and Xavier O'Neill are the ins. The outs, Bailey Williams omitted, and then we've got Petrocelli injured. Nelson, who was a Medi-subs, out. Luke Edwards is injured, and Luke Shuey out injured as well. So for St Kilda, Caulfield, Clavanaro, and Paul Hunter, the ruck, coming in. You got him on your bench?
No.
The outs for them, well, basically Hunter's in because Rowan Marshall, they're calling it managed. No, not managed.
No.
Isolating he is at the moment.
Well, that's managed.
Tom Highmore's out injured with that hand that he's stayed back in Melbourne for. Bytel was omitted and Dan McKenzie is injured as well. So the next one,
Smooth sailing so far.
maths of this, let's go with the Melbourne and Western Bulldogs game. Harmsy's back, Cal.
Yeah, what a hold.
Oh, great hold.
Great hold. It was only the gremlins, the grommets. He had his grommets at his back.
Damn it.
Aaron Vandenberg is omitted and Tom Sparrow, the Medi subs, out as well for the Bulldogs. Shaki comes in with Hannon and Libber. Anthony Scott out. Crozier, Dunkley, they're calling him managed as well.
It just must be a thing.
That must be what they're calling it. And Lockie McNeil omitted. And finally on Saturday night, Adelaide and Hawthorn, Billy Frampton, Tom Duday are in with McKay omitted. We've got James Rowe managed and Nick Murray injured. For Hawthorn, Hardwick, Wingard and Scrimshaw are back in with the outs. Greaves omitted, Jecker omitted, John Newcomb, who was the Medi-sub, is an out, and Sean Burgoyne has been managed. Let's go Sunday footy.
Okay.
Sydney Swans and Freo. Remember, these are squads.
Yeah.
So, Hayden Young, Louis Taylor, Logan McDonald, Sam Reid come into the squad.
Amadi's gone, Roy.
Omitted.
Is he?
Yes. They've named it up as well.
Oh, dear.
Not
Win
even
some
just
dots.
a 5 o'clock Friday.
You'll lose some dots.
Right, Freo. Way to go. Blakely, Young. Oh, Young's back. Hayden Young. Meekie, Tabernar, Mitch Croden, and Nathan Driscoll is a new fella there. The outs, Blake Acres is omitted. Rory Lobb's out with his injury, and also Sam Switkowski. So we've got Darcy has been playing. He's named. He's going to play.
He's unbelievable.
They're pretty confident in him.
Could
from
you
the
do
stuff
it
today?
Could you do it?
What do you mean?
It just
Do what?
amazes me. It fascinates me so much.
What do you mean? Could you do it?
Well, bring him in.
Yes.
No. You can't bring in
You
someone.
can't, but his ability, for such an injury-prone dude,
Yeah.
his ability to back up after these things
amazing.
is
So it is
phenomenal.
he's going 130 again.
He's a legend, that guy.
Geelong and Richmond, Gary Rowan, Lockie Henderson, Zach Guthrie come into their squad. No outs as yet. Whereas Richmond, Callum Coleman-Jones is back in there with Hugo Ralph-Smith, Josh Caddy, Riley Collier-Dawkins, Shane Edwards into the squad. Dusty out for the season, and Camden McIntosh as well out. And then the final game of the round, we have got Zaraka Shiel and Brian back in for the Bombers. No outs there. For the Giants...
Come on, Kelly. Come on, Kelly. Come on, Kelly.
Yeah. The outs. Finlayson omitted and Matt Flynn, who's done for the season. No one else. The ins.
Oh, yeah.
They've got Mumford, so he'll come into ruck.
Oh, he has really?
Yep. So who else would have they done? That's the thing. They just had
They
to
didn't
play.
plan to do that, did they?
So Whitfield is back in, and then also Lockie Ash, Peatling, and who is a new bloke, and also Riccardi. Normally, when I say a new bloke, Cal, you're going to give us something on him, but you don't.
He doesn't want downgrades anymore.
No, I'm not even
He's
looking for
past
that.
Okay.
Ups only.
Yeah.
All right. Fingers crossed then. So that's all the teams.
Well, okay. Unscathed.
Yeah, 'cause-
Except for you with your bench cover.
A bench cover.
But you
He's
got
probably
one.
on the ground. Now, the thing is, so Neil's someone that he was always going to get named, but he's someone that we
Is
have
it
to have
concern?
slight concern about.
They
I
said
think
he's
Lockie
good.
Neal's fine.
So do I. Did you see the footage of it, though? It's no wonder those guys tweeted about it that saw it happening live.
I think he's a little
He
bit
was
of
in
a...
pain,
Yeah.
wasn't he?
But he's been in pain for the last 3 weeks.
He has. He looks like he's just a
Calf.
step away from injury
Yep.
all the time at the moment.
But-
But he's named. Hopefully he plays
He's a bit like Darcy.
because he's got that good run. He's in my team because of Cal's scale of hardness.
And you don't have him, do you?
No.
No.
But the scale's legit, though. Don't worry about that.
Of course it is. Rightio. So they are the ins and outs. We'll get into, well, let's start discussing the trade options then.
Okay.
So we'll go through the outs to begin with, just to go, this is why and this is happening. Dustin Martin, of course, most traded out. But then Josh Kelly's the second most traded out. So let's talk that. We talked a little bit off the top. But what have we got? You've got your options of holding and just taking your bench cover regardless.
Yes.
Then you've got the options of your bench cover see if that score's all right, and then trade him out, possibly, because there is stress, or just straight up trading him.
Yeah.
What do you reckon?
My gut feel is if he doesn't play this week, he plays next week.
Yep.
Agree?
Yeah.
That's the way that
he must be close enough.
Yes. They say it's
next week would be
touch and go. Isn't that the quote from today? Yeah. Touch and go. And I liked your tweet. I hope there's a little bit more.
So if you didn't have cover, or you've got Finlay McRae,
yes,
you need to.
Do you think you'd trade anyway?
Oh, jeez.
In certain situations, it would probably be a good thing to do.
Yeah.
But he's just been so good. It's not like he's someone you're looking for an excuse to get rid of.
Exactly.
No.
So this is the thing with him. We're going...
But could he be hampered because of it?
Do we feel that way about Sean Darcy? Are we going trade him or he's going to be hampered? We're not, are we? But we're feeling that way with Kelly. Why is that?
Because it's the last game of the round.
Yeah, and that's the issue.
That's what sucks. If it was up nice and early...
It's 100 points. You're losing.
Yep. If you don't have cover.
Or 80 points if you've got Finn McRae. So,
woo! Dog.
Oh, sorry, that was overs. 90. Now, but seriously, like that's the thing. It's a really tough thing to be sitting on and holding on to that and waiting for that. If you have the luxury trade as such to do that. I'm in a position where I don't have bench cover,
right?
But I would probably be trade. Now I was going to be looking at Durham from the Bombers, so that doesn't get me a forward. That's a defender, mid defender.
Yeah.
But I might have to go Ginnivan and just put him on the bench just so I've got cover for him, or completely change it and do a full blown see you later Josh Kelly trade.
Okay. Man. I don't
and go against that.
Yeah. They're all in play. It's going to be fascinating to see which move is the correct one because it's a really hard read at the moment. The community needs to get on the source.
I think
we need to find out.
We do.
People are going to be in so many different positions as well because of the other players that they might have out. Because there are other players that are out. There will be people with 2/4 trades. If you've got Mills, for example,
Mills, Dusty,
if you've got
Kelly.
Mills and Dusty, bang, you've got to be moving. Well, do you have to be moving Mills? You're probably more likely to have bench cover there in Bianco.
And Mills is definitely back next week.
Well, that's the thing. He's a definite. Yeah.
So is Kelly one? Is there a chance it's 2 weeks?
If you're in the top 100, what would you be doing?
Wouldn't have a clue, dog. I'm not in it. But
would you be aggressive and get rid of him if you had the opportunity to get rid of him?
I would be aggressive.
Possibly. Imagine the team you'd be coming home with for the last few weeks if you held any plays and you upgraded somewhere else. You're coming home like a steam train, whereas if you jump at this shadow, which might be worth jumping at, I don't know, but if you jump at the shadow, you straight swap, you're going, that run home's a bit weaker.
So you could go Kelly to a Zorko.
Yeah.
Like a love Zorko against the Suns, averaging 136 in his last 3 against them. Absolutely smacks them up.
Yeah.
You go that.
So going to tag him? These days.
Did you hear all that talk about tag? Took might get tagged. Come on, please. That's worse than a pirate joke. I tell you what. Thing is, though, you could go to Zorko. Yeah. That's an aggressive move for someone in a top 100 situation or even someone trying to chase a hat. I applaud that if you've got the coin to do it because you need a little bit, I think.
I tell you what, if you do that and then Sunday afternoon you watch Kelly run through the banner, you'd be like, oh, my God. What the hell did I do that for?
But the flip side of that, if he doesn't run through the banner,
then it's bad.
You're in the top 100. You're out to the 500-600.
If you've got Bramble on the pine, then I think you hold.
You get to look at what he scores anyway.
But Brambles, yeah, you do. But Bramble's a nice one.
Feels like a 70 backup.
But if it is one of these other guys, like if I do bring in Ginnivan, what am I getting from?
You're
40
not getting
max.
Yeah, you won't get any more than 40.
So who do they play? Essendon.
Yeah.
So you can go to Stringer.
String trick.
So hold your trade, but then what if you don't? What do? Do you go and not use a trade?
Well, you've got
you couldn't not use one.
You've got the Essendon rookie.
Okay.
You could use
you
could flick there and just take a make cash.
Who would you possibly have in one of those teams?
You'd have to be trading one of those guys out.
Yeah.
You'd need someone
Briggsy.
Briggsy might still be there.
Yeah. One of those guys.
He'll be back next week to ruck for us though, because Flynn's out for the season.
So who do people have in their defence on the bench? You might have.
I've got one of them. I've got Briggsy.
Briggsy'd probably be the only one.
I reckon.
Well, that's a play.
And you don't want to lose a trade.
You've got to think about this, and that's the thing about looking across the fixture and seeing where players sit to do this. It is a massive call with whatever you do with that.
The thing is, they might rule him out. They might not wait.
Well, they said basically the other words were that he's going to. They need to look at him Friday and then Saturday as well.
Well, would they announce it by Sunday morning? Then you've got to look at a few more teams. They said,
touch and go, basically, and we'll be smart about that. It was good progress today, but he's still probably got to do a main session either tomorrow or Saturday. Thanks, Pete, for tweeting that one out. But, yeah. That was from Leon Cameron, of course.
They're knocking on the door of the 8, aren't they? They
need to win this.
They're thereabouts.
They've got to win.
This is their daughter. If they lose, if he does not play and they lose, they can basically go, that's all done and dusted.
Toby Green's out, isn't he? They've got no Green.
He has to play.
Badly.
If you're sore in a do or die game, you do. You don't die.
Look,
done.
Yeah. the words coming out of the club, like I likened it to Sean Darcy, but they're really up and about with Darcy.
Yep, they are.
They're not up and about with Kelly. Like they're trying their best to get him out there.
They've got a lot of time left,
How much does it limit him?
Nah.
How fat is the ankle?
I've seen it. It's not that fat.
How do you avoid the Moses?
Well, I don't know how. He's
done it twice in a month.
There's a lot of sin out there this year. And surely he's got the most.
Surely.
So, most trades then, they're traded in. Oh, sorry, probably didn't say all those outs, but anyway, you're trading out players for whatever reason. Joel and Marty will now go up higher because you just milk that cash or put some cash on top.
He was high already, dog. He was
he was.
high.
Yeah, it was time for him to go. Yes, scoring poorly.
And he's losing money, so
yep. All right, so the ins. Connor West, tick. Best of the rookies?
Yep.
Yes, I think
Is he worth the extra 30K?
Well, that's the question now.
He is.
He is?
Yeah, I think he is.
For job security and scoring potential.
He looks good.
And they had a heap of dudes out there too, didn't they?
His job security.
And the other thing with him is he now becomes one of your emergency loophole options if you are in that sort of position.
You're rolling with him and Sharp. Now, I was looking at that one, Cal.
Oh.
So, him and Sharp. Because I've got to play one of them.
Okay.
Sharp plays at 310. They play at 4:35, so you get half a game from Sharp.
How often does that happen?
How many points do you need from Sharp at halftime to call it that you're taking it?
Well, just double it.
I've got a massive flag.
Dog, think about it.
Now, Sharpie, unbelievable last week from start to finish. But I've seen Sharpie have a sensational half before, which is all you're going to get to see.
Yeah.
And then he's packed up shop. Is
he had
he beyond
his top
that
scorer
now?
when Brandon Ellis went down with the injury early on the wing. That's his wing.
It's his wing. So what do you need to see?
70 at halftime. No, he's going to be fine. I think that if you've got 40 plus,
right. What if you've got 35?
There you
probably
go.
Still take it.
Right. What if you've got 30?
30.
That's getting tighter.
All right, 33. Let's get to a number here. Do I hear a 33? Warn dog over to the corner. 33, 33.
It's going to be hard. I just hope he's racked up a heap.
What time is that again? What time is it?
3:10 that starts on Saturday Arvo.
Well, that's going to stretch me, Roy.
Under the pump.
And then 4:35. So they'll get to half time before that next game starts.
Oh, God, I'm up at the Lakes this week. Reception's not good.
But you're probably picking Sharp over West, though, are you?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
so he's coming off 120. You'd be an absolute genius if you wanted to
might as well just put him on field.
Okay. Yeah. I think because he was so good last week, you are purely only looping him due to the tiny chance that he gets injured in the first half.
Okay.
Yep. That's the only reason. Otherwise, you're backing that. Dude can score 130 nearly.
Yeah.
123, Cal.
What a gun.
Do you know that was more than Tuke Miller last week?
I did see that. Sorry,
the other most traded in, so the third was Sam Durham, so he's a good option, I think. Only scored 49, but he looks good, I think, and he'll be in that bottom side.
That's all that matters.
Defender mid, and you're getting him under the 200K mark. And of the rookies there, Jack Ginnivan is at number 5, probably because he's the basement and got mid-forward. And the forwards, you might be wanting to do that just to have some form of cover.
Yeah, far out.
And how much is Finlay these days?
You're not bringing in the Finn.
He's dropped in price. He's 218.
216, so 46K. You can't do that, I don't think.
No.
Picking him over Ginnivan.
I picked him up. I've nearly seen every game of AFL this year.
Yep.
One I missed was the one he played, and I come in here and you guys go, 35-point last quarter as a midfielder.
He was.
And he's sat in my team ever since that.
All right. And you know what he's averaged in his 5 games this year?
He's been a sub in those.
Don't care, dog. 27.
35-point quarter.
That inflates that 27.
He's going to have potentially 140 for me this week.
Whoa.
And I will trade Kelly.
He's playing for his spot. There you go.
Now, the other players traded in. So, Jordan DeGoey.
The goats. Yeah, it's
Matthew Kennedy.
Yeah. Now,
Any flag there with
tiny,
Cripps.
Tiny.
It is.
So, and it's well worth talking about, but it's not worth panicking about.
Yeah,
the thing is, in the last month, he'd been fantastic. He had 100, couple of 90s, and a 70 in a really tough matchup.
Yep.
That was all with Cripper.
Agree.
All right.
Yeah.
So, he come out last week, pumped out 116, and your first thing you think of, no, Cripper, of course. He played the Pies.
Yeah.
It was a matchup thing as much as
Agree.
the no Cripper thing because his CBAs are there when Cripper's there anyway.
Yep.
So, match up North Melbourne.
Oh,
They
he's
are
going
a
to be
bit
fine.
tougher.
Yeah, I'm feeling like a 90,
Exactly. I think
which
he's
is a forward under 600K still.
I think
It's
he's
still a good pick.
He's a minimum of 80.
Yeah.
Okay, and his maximum can be maybe what it was the other week, that 116.
Yeah.
He's who I am bringing in for Dusty.
Yeah,
And I
don't
think
blame
this
you.
is a conversation now because we all have to move Dusty before we even think about it.
Yeah.
Who is your option here?
Rowan Marshall.
He was. I know exactly what you mean. For me, it's Kennedy.
Yeah.
Okay, I'd love to go to Zorko because I love to spend me coin, but
Yeah.
there's no way I can actually do it physically.
So you don't actually have the coin.
Do not. If I did, I would.
That's the only way to stop you doing that.
I know. Take my money. So, yeah, Kennedy is the man for me for Dusty. Who is yours?
It's a work in progress.
Oh, is it really?
At the moment, it's Jake Lloyd
Right, okay. Nice.
via Aaron Hall DPP. He's a good pick still. He still
Definitely.
should be high on the radar.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep.
Others.
I got him last week.
But I have
Don't-
Kennedy.
Don't have Dusty. And don't you talk about,
Hang on.
why would you have Dusty in your side?
So
Come on.
There's a couple of Brownlows and a Norm Smith and
They don't
3.
always equate to fantasy points, which most people know.
He doesn't have Dusty.
Oh,
Best player
don't
in the
you
game.
talk
My
to me about
God.
that.
Unbelievable.
Right.
So you've got no forced trades this week. On a week like
No,
this.
he's got none.
No, I don't. Very lucky.
Oh, no.
My
dog.
God.
God.
Super lucky.
Hate mail
And I still
coming
don't
your
know.
way.
Still don't know what I'm going to do.
And you're
That's the
so...
thing.
That's why you get all these hate messages, because you're so smug.
Oh, what? How are you making that make me sound like I'm smug?
He writes things
I
like...
try to actually help people.
Carnage Week, all this stuff going down. How are we going to cope?
Meanwhile, Matrix is here.
Just look at me.
About time I got a little bit of luck this year.
Oh, my God.
Going to get another 120 from...
No wonder it's hard for you to work out what to do each week.
Yes.
All right. I reckon that's enough. You can go and click on with your Fantasy Coach subscription to see who the most popular ins and outs are. And you can listen to some more advice from Roy and Calvin for the blokes that have all these forced trades
That's
that
true.
they think about, but also still have Finn McRae in their side.
Come
Come
on.
to save the day.
Come on.
You're listening to the official AFL Fantasy Podcast, and this is the Gold Diggers thanks to Sportsbet.
All right, I'm going to try to add to our $421.50 that we've donated so far for Freeze MND using Sportsbet's Bet with Mates, where you can start a group, bet together and share the moment. Friday night footy, just going 2 anytime goal scorers. $25 on these.
Okay.
And Jack Ginnivan, first game. Players kick goals in their first game. And I'm also going Xavier Dersma, who's back in the side, and I think he might snag a goal there because, you know, first game back and he's just probably up in the forward line. We'll see that. Of course we will.
Okay.
So, yeah.
You can visualise the arrow. can't you?
I can see it.
And Ginnivan, he averages 2 goals a game in the VFL.
Right.
You'd
Good
think so.
picks. So, yeah, 525,
Good
that was fine. The other one is a bit of Sunday action there with Zach Tui as an anytime goal scorer. He's kicked 5 goals in the last 4 weeks. And Shea Bolton and also Archie Perkins, Bomber Boy, of course. He's kicked 3 a couple of weeks ago, 1 last week. He's good. He's 210 in that. So that's helping boost those up to make that a $6.72, that one is.
Yeah.
Random stat for you, Roy.
Yep.
Since round 4, Bolton has kicked a goal in every game, bar 1.
Always include
Maybe
him in
bar
your
2 this
anytime
week.
goal scorers, I reckon.
Yeah, fair, cool. Now, you can find Bet with Mates in the Sportsbet app. Start your group and share the moment of betting together with your mates.
Group members must have a valid Sportsbet account to participate. Live betting not available. Conditions apply. See sportsbet.com.au for more details. As always, gamble responsibly.
Do what you want, cause a pirate is free. You are a pirate.
Yo, whoa, Golden's best. To the Pirates, he's the best. He knows everything. Come and pick your Pirates.
Right. How's your form at the moment? Still not good.
It's same like my team. The wheel's just falling off. But this week, we're back.
Best thing about wheels falling off, you can put them back on.
You can put them back on.
If you can find them.
Oh,
now,
true.
I'm not even going to go...
True. They're with his marbles.
I'm not even going to talk VC and captains and all that. Sorry, not VC stuff, because I'm just going to go straight down the list.
Right.
Because...
You're lazy?
No, my notes don't match what it is now.
Yeah, because it all changed a bit for you.
Anyway, so let's kick it off. Jack Steele. He is by far...
Backflip.
No. He is by
Calvin,
far...
the gymnast, warming up for the Olympics.
I think he's finally clicked on. Most points scored. Oh, who's this one? Jack.
is this guy?
No, I've...
Steele?
He used to love the man of Steel.
And I still like Steele.
Right.
Now, he's averaging 148 in his last three, and he's only up against West Coast. Last week, Adelaide had 5 tons against them.
Right.
Keys, 128. Rory Laird, 122. He's going to monster them.
So what, he's number one?
He's clearly number one, and...
So don't pick him now.
Who is that guy?
And he's in the rolling 22.
Right.
Ollie Wines on Friday night is a great VC option. He's the only one I know that plays early against Collingwood. He's only had 105 against them. They've already played this year, but that was back when he wasn't doing what he was doing.
That was just back when he was normal.
That was round 10. So in his last 5 games, he's had 3 over 140. Against Collingwood, easy matchup, great vice-captain option. Now,
Fine wine now.
let's talk Zach Merritt and Parrish. They're up there as well because, the Irish Netherlands De Boer.
He's stuck in a hotel room.
So, and Zach absolutely dominates them. So he has already scored 128 and 125 against them in his last 2. And that 128 was back in round 8.
Now, he looked a bit sluggish last week.
He did.
Disappointing.
He got the job done, though.
Yeah.
And Parrish is also a great option just because of his ability to hit those big numbers.
Ceilings.
So earlier this year, he had a 117 against them.
Yeah.
Want to talk about Took?
Oh, why
We
not?
have to.
We've got to talk about Took. I know he's a vice-captain option because he plays nice and early on the Saturday.
Right.
And he has to be a vice-captain, not because of the matchup, which is Brisbane, which could be tough. And apparently Brisbane have said they're going to put a... No, the article's about a tag.
Yeah.
And when you read it, they basically go, no, we're not going to tag.
No.
We're not going to tag, but we've got things in place for him. Okay? Because why wouldn't you have...
Someone's got to be near him
But what would you
around
have
the
things
hill.
in place because he's the best player on their team?
Thing is, he gets all of his points the way he just runs hard. It's not at a contest where they will put the time into him. It'll be more about when he just runs around.
What are you going to put into his 14 tackles?
But you can't.
Dodge him better?
So he had 110 last week, and that's his lowest score in his last 7. Against Brisbane, Richmond only had 2 tons last week, but that's Richmond. And before that, St Kilda had 4 tons. So you would assume that he's going to be okay.
Yeah.
You get a free hit at him nice and early. So for me at the moment, I haven't talked about the guy that I'm probably going to roll my captain into, and that might be Tom Mitchell against Adelaide.
Yeah.
So the Pig had 144 last week, which is best for the year.
Is it? Was that his best?
That's
Yeah,
his-
right.
Oh, hang on, I'm reading the wrong. Yeah, no, it is. It's his best for the year. He's averaged 128 in his last 6.
Colour pen.
Yeah, he's gone one colour this week.
128 in his last 6, the Pig.
He's pigging.
He's pigging.
He's good.
He's full on.
And 4 of those were over 125.
Yeah.
Like he's just smacking out some big scores. Now, last week, last week, Eagles had 4 tons against the Crows, and before that, Essendon had 3. The only concern for the Pig is that Schoenberg goes to him like he did Parrish 2 weeks ago. The Pig can't be tagged like a Parrish.
No.
So, for me, I am going Took, rolled into Mitchell, or maybe Zach. They're my 2 at the moment.
You can't possibly miss with 3 names like that.
Well, I
Having
didn't think...
2 hits and a decent score with those guys.
I didn't think so, Roy, but I have continually missed.
Yeah. Okay, well, I think your luck's about to change.
Do you
now.
think so? What are you guys looking
I'm
at there
confident.
as far as that goes?
I think Tom Mitchell is probably my VC.
Yeah.
And you can roll that into a Zach?
Zach is where it will be. Last game in the round, I think. So,
Yep.
yeah, it's tough, though. Not touching Brody Grundy anymore.
No.
It's against Port Adelaide, too.
Well, the Pig had...
Tough matchup.
So, when he played out here at Pig Park, that was against Adelaide this year. Remember that?
Yep.
And we're like, he's got to rack it up. He only had 100. So, but that was back when the pig wasn't really pigging.
No. He's turned it up a notch.
He's turned it up and he'll be right now.
Yeah.
Right, a couple of comments in the Facebook chat here. Brett, hope you haven't jinxed Steele. I've had him as VC and C for multiple weeks in a row.
Oh,
Some
nice.
angry emojis. And then John goes, not worried about a potential Hutchings tag on Steele. Hutchings back in.
You know what that gives? Someone for Steele to tackle. There is no way. There is no way he's shutting down
That's
Steele.
all he sees.
Yeah.
Another body to tackle.
Yeah, come and stand next to me, mate. Have the ball, dead. That's what he does.
Who have you got? So a couple of questions here is basically Merritt or Parrish. Have you got Merritt?
I've got Merritt ahead only because Merritt's gone 128, 125 in his last two against us. So he outscored Parrish earlier this year. Okay?
Right.
Cool.
Yep.
All right.
Do you want a joke?
Do you have a joke?
It's not a very good one. Here we go.
As opposed to.
Roy.
Yes.
Why don't pirates shower before they walk the plank?
I don't know.
Because they'll wash up on shore later. Not bad. Not bad.
Got a question for the traders? Tweet the boys at AFL Fantasy or head to facebook.com/AFL Fantasy official.
Tweet, tweedledee.
You know what I looked at before, Roy?
What?
Pickup lines from a pirate.
Oh, no. I don't think you can go there.
Yeah, dog said nah. they were a little bit...
You probably could have been using, your pirate Tinder account, Cal.
Yeah, there was a lot of inappropriate ones, but yeah.
Look, find the most borderline. I think it's appropriate one.
I found
and
it.
roll with it next time.
Next time, there's about a pirate and a seaman.
You've had a couple. Oh, jeez, Cal. You've had a couple that have been very borderline this year.
That's fine.
That's
that were
true.
lucky was still on.
Mate,
there.
we're up to round 19. You think of 19 pirate jokes, you run out pretty quick.
Got some good ones, actually, you haven't used yet.
I've got a couple of
People
saving.
send you good ones. We used
a
one
really
that
good
people
one.
sent.
Which one was that one?
Now, what's a pirate's favourite letter of the alphabet?
R.
You'd think so. Let's see.
It's so good. Ask me questions. Come on.
There's other ones. That one there too.
Twitter.
You could actually take that to another one if you want. Why does it take a pirate so long to learn the alphabet? He spends years at sea.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
What? Yeah, see, that's good, Roy. Anything with the letter R and the C, that's all they are. Like, what grade does a pirate get at school? C. Like, come on. That's not even a joke. It's not a joke.
I like that
If
one.
you like that, you'll love my pickup lines next week.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah, good.
For the pickup line.
All right, let's go some questions here. Nicholas wants to know, which two go first? Listen to this line. Dusty, Houston, Riley O'Brien, Kelly, Stringer, Rao, Bramble, Sharp. Okay. Dusty, yes, has to go.
Yes.
I think you're sending him packing regardless, aren't you?
Yeah, he goes.
Houston?
In what world would people hold him?
Yeah, no.
Well, if you've got two others, Cal.
Yeah, the only way, if you had another forced trade, so to speak, and it was someone more expensive and you could get to someone decent, like maybe in that world. Heuston, yeah, as a luxury, like he's been awful.
Houston is my
Haynes. Same.
Yeah.
And he's a
But he's better than
pain in the
Haynes.
Mate,
backside.
he's on the chopping block, but he has to line up to get on it.
Yeah, 100%.
That's the problem.
That's the key.
Yes.
There is a line. Now, I hold slight hope for him because Haynes this week.
Oh, do you?
Because the Bombers have been giving up a heap of marks to defenders.
Yep.
He could get to 50.
Yep, agree.
Now, Riley O'Brien. Roy, you might as well. You've got him.
Yeah.
And you don't have Grundy.
No.
So you're not
that
falling over
excited.
backwards.
No, but I would still do it.
Yeah.
He's also in my line of people that I'd love to get rid of. But he's also, apart from one game, a 70, say, last week or something, 2 weeks ago, he's finding a way to get 85, 90.
Yep.
Now, as much as it's annoying you, across the field, I know I've got a lot of other guys that probably doing worse than that. I'm a bit harsh on him, especially because you want the big two in the ruck, and that sort of weighs on you a little bit.
You do, but he outscored Grundy last week by 11 points.
He did.
You know, and that was frustrating.
Over the course of the year, Grundy's going to pump out another couple of big ones, and Riley won't.
Yep.
But he should keep ticking over that.
He scored 88.
Yeah.
Houston goes before him every day of the week.
Yeah.
All right. So, next one. Oh, Grant Cooper. Coops. The
commish.
The commish. He wants to know, he's scored the third most points in his league, but still hasn't made the top 8.
Oh, no.
See, that's where it should be ranked on total points.
No. So you always have this argument about how it should be percentage over that. It's never about total points. It's only about total points when it's deciding between wins.
Is it?
Oh, cow. Where are you on our ladder? Despite the fact that you've actually had a half-decent season.
Oh, you're now bacon cup?
Yeah.
Honestly, I haven't looked. And I'm the commish for that. So
yes, you are. You better work
I'm
it out.
commish of the draft. I get so confused.
Yeah.
So many leagues.
Seb wants to know, who's a better trade-in, McRae or Oliver? Interesting.
Oh,
I think I'd be picking Oliver at the moment.
It's actually Oliver.
It is Oliver. Someone tweeted me today and said Guthrie or Oliver.
Yeah.
And I said Oliver, and then after I, sent it, I was like, I don't think that's right.
No.
Oliver's great.
He is.
Okay, and he's so cheap. But, yeah, it's still, to answer the question, it is Oliver over McRae. McRae hasn't turned up.
No.
Doesn't look like turning up.
He doesn't, does he? That's the problem.
Sloppy, slow.
Head not fully erect at the moment.
Matthew, should I trade Cox and Rowe to Dawson and a rookie, or a Marty and Rowe to Thomas and a rookie? It probably needs to be a Marty now. So, yeah, that's what you'd be doing.
There is no party.
There's not a party.
Taron Thomas, he is a good option.
126 last week.
Well. And he seems to have, his baseline now seems to be up near 80.
Yep.
And now he's got that potential to do the ton.
Watched his younger brother play today too, Roy.
Went all right.
Have a prospect.
Smooth.
Very good player.
Can imagine.
Alexander wants to know, West or Bramble on field? I guess you're assuming you can't loot there.
Can't get a look at him.
So West is the Twilight Saturday and Bramble is Saturday night.
Look, without looking into their matchups, Bramble, he's had a 99.
Yeah. And he's got a nice roll that allows him to run.
He take kick-ins and he's up against Adelaide. I'd be going Bramble with runs on the board.
Yeah.
This guy, West, as we call him, Roy, he's only had one game.
Yeah. The only flag is that Scrimmy's coming back.
Okay.
And a lot of Bramble's possessions look like Scrimmy's little plus sixes.
Okay.
Yeah, so slight concern, but I'm still going Bramble.
Scrimmy sub, I reckon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I guess there's a few questions here about Kelly. Do you assume that Kelly is out? And if so, go for Wines or underpriced players like Oliver or even Fiorini? You just go to, well, Cal will say you just go to Wines.
Well, wouldn't you?
He will.
Yeah.
There's only a few weeks left and he's got a great vice-captain option this week.
I don't think you want money sitting on your bench this week, but if you go Kelly to Fiorini, which gives you a sick upgrade on the other side of it, I tick that. Fiorini, look, we all know...
Would you pick Fiorini over Oliver?
No.
Yeah, I would. There's
would.
a heap of cash in that.
Yeah, okay.
Between those two, is it?
I think so.
Fiorini would have gone up a bit, wouldn't he, recently?
So Fiorini is at 680, we'll call
Okay,
it.
so there's going to be...
Still cheap.
Oliver
50.
at 750-ish.
Yep. So
what's in it?
70K.
70.
Yeah.
Yeah, you better go with Oliver for 70.
70K.
If we're talking 100, I'm thinking go the
fee.
Fiorini.
Yeah.
Brandon Marsh, Dusty to Danger or save cash and go to Kennedy?
I'm in that spot.
You are.
And I'll answer the question.
Well,
for people, he's obviously not owned Danger
in
before.
your head, before you start this, you hate Danger.
No, I
but
don't.
You'd like paying up.
He's got an obsession with him.
No, I don't.
He loves to hate him.
I have owned him so many times and have been burnt so many. I owned him earlier this year.
Yeah.
When he was injured.
Yeah. I think you've had him twice, actually.
So what are you doing?
You go to Kennedy.
You've had him twice, haven't you?
Yeah, most likely.
Yeah.
Just a normal season.
There's a significant price difference between them.
You go to Kennedy and enjoy the money, and Kennedy will outscore Danger for the rest of the year.
Oh, God.
Done.
Cow.
That's a big call.
You wait. You wait and see.
So what, do you think Danger's going to get injured again?
Potentially. Have you not seen Kennedy's run?
It's delicious.
It is a delicious run.
Yes, it is.
Ashley wants to know, and this is such a tricky position a lot of people would be in. Who goes first? Dustin Martin, he's already put a tick next to that.
Yep, correct.
Callum Mills, Sean Darcy, Josh Kelly.
Darcy says, that's fine.
Yeah, okay. Josh Kelly or Callum Mills? Callum Mills out this week. Josh Kelly maybe out this week.
I think the decision will be made for... Oh, can it be? No.
They're both definitely back next week.
100%.
Mills definitely.
Mills is 100% back next week.
Kelly could still. That sin could take a little while to dose.
I don't know. Man, out of those guys, I would be trading. Geez, that's a hard one. I'd go Kelly. One's got an injury.
And it probably comes down to
the other one's
got on the pine to cover.
Be very careful with this. Kelly's playing this week. Mills isn't. And you're telling him...
Is Kelly playing this week?
Well, that's the thing.
That's the thing we don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
But if he's
sitting here saying I think he will. So I don't know how...
So if I was him...
So give me percentage. Play, not play.
75% play.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm 80-20.
Are you?
Yeah. I think he
those
plays.
Words look to me like 40, 60.
Sunday. It's so far away.
It's a long way away.
It's like nearly a week away.
Yeah. Basically a week.
So much healing for the most.
Yeah. Most needs more than half a week.
Depends who it is.
You've got a guy with an injury and you've got a guy who went to the rugby. Okay, so that's the difference in the situation. However, I think he can go, look, I'm just going to back in the fact that he's going to play, and if he's not, even if you have to throw a bench spot in that last game just to make yourself 50k or whatever it is.
There won't be a spot. A lot of people won't be able to.
I know.
Will they?
No, you're right. It's only Briggsy. Unless, is there a chance that they'll come out on Saturday and say...
at least Sunday morning.
We need to get like a little petition group going here.
He'll have a fitness test early Sunday.
Yeah.
It's just
Saturday.
whether...
Oh, well, maybe Sunday, but Saturday they'll have their captain's run. I reckon they'll know it by then. They said Friday
I reckon
or
they'll
Saturday.
give him every
We
chance.
need
they'll look at him
sources
Sunday morning.
at the captain's run. We need sources there. Tell us what he's doing. That's a call out, Roy. I know your team awesome source. Can you get your...
Maybe on the Gold Coast for this one, Cal.
Can you get your crew of source members?
Fiona would go have a look.
Yep. Get her on the case.
Yep. Live stream it.
Jono wants to know who will average more, Fiorini or Kennedy? Is the extra 80k for Fiorini worth it?
Okay, the Reenie, he averages more.
This is for Matt Kennedy.
Agree?
Yeah, and the thing is, though, I don't love having... I'm a fan of Fiorini.
Yes.
I think he's a great 100, 105 guy. But the fact that Kennedy can be forward for his 90s...
Agree.
And then you maybe get one of those real big dogs in the midfield.
Yep.
Like, this guy's scoring so much.
I am with Kennedy, and he saves a bit of coin too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Kennedy.
And Fiorini's not your M8.
Agree.
Yeah.
Yep. Agree.
But Fiorini outscores him for the rest of the year.
Agree.
That's a weird thing in that scenario.
All right. Gaff, is he an option? Yes.
I'll leave it to him.
Did you read the article about him this week
Gaff's
as well?
never an option for
Basically,
me.
he said he'll shut up shop and he'll stay at home and all this sort of stuff.
Because he's got no friends to hang out with, dog. What a brave option for the friendless man. Of course you would.
You can't say that.
You can. Now, he's coming off 114. That's why people are so excited about it. But
Yeah, you got plenty of people excited about him.
When?
At the start of the year.
because he started well, Roy, except for that first game. And then I think the second one was the second one where they all went, hey, let's all kick it to him.
Yeah, and he went absolutely nuts.
So he went 70-60 to start the year, and then they were like, oh, let's kick it to it. Maybe that'll straighten his head up. And he got a 154.
That's the week your season really got back on track.
It did. Now, so he got 114 last week. Before that, he hasn't turned up in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games running.
Is he on a streak like
He's
that?
on a streak. He's on a McRae streak.
Somebody's streaking.
Is he an option? Yes.
He is.
He'd be so cheap.
He's so cheap. He is.
And like he's an
650,
Uber
is he?
premium.
Yeah. He's down to 650. He started the year at
650. A quote from Cal in the preseason was, don't worry about how he gets there. Gaff averages 111 by the end of the year.
Jeez, he's going to have some big games to finish the
he's
year.
coming home strong.
And that's what he said. Never fear.
He's nearly
Whatever
200k
happens,
down.
he will get there.
Okay, I'll stand by that quote. I think he still gets 200.
What's he averaging?
97.
Wow, that's a massive finish to the
Hey,
season.
I'll tell you what. Cheap next year.
Oh, you couldn't.
I do it every year. Why
So
not?
cheap though.
This year I'm getting it. Next year I'm getting an absolute bargain.
Shea Bolton, an option for you?
100%.
Yep.
Yep.
Dusty out benefits him too, doesn't it?
He still had a lot of CBAs last week.
Yeah.
And yes, it would have gone up a little bit when Dusty went out. He will
Do you
be.
worry about a ceiling from him, though? Like, is he just...
Kind of.
Yeah.
He's going to be an 80 to a 95 guy.
What's his value like? What's he priced at?
He's priced the same as what Rowan Marshall was.
Oh, wow, that's so cheap.
Yeah, so it is cheap.
What caused that? Because he was in ripping form. He was an option earlier in the year.
Yep. So, I'm not real sure, but he...
Now, would you pick him over Bailey Dale? Because someone just asked that.
God, he's looked all right this year too, Barry.
He has.
Ever since Dog said he was considering him.
Yep.
Kicking in.
I would be going Bolton over Dale.
Dale gets easier kicks.
He does.
He doesn't have to work as hard.
See, Bolton's averaging... Bolton's played... he's averaged 83 this year. He gets a spike on that with Dusty out.
Can you click on him so I can investigate further? Because there was a patch there where we were saying, yep, he's an option. He's scoring tons.
Yep. So let's have a quick look here, Roy. We are looking at... So his last few games have been pretty good. So 84, 90. Before that, though, 55 and 50.
So that's what the problem was.
That's the problem. The patch that you're looking at here, Roy, was round 5, 6 and 7, where he went 107, 122 and 101.
Yep, then he went 85, 107, 89, 90 on the back of that.
Yeah, so I think he...
Fine form. He's going straight back up to that.
Yeah,
so
agreed.
he's 90 plus.
Yep, I think he's a minimum 85.
Yeah.
And he could even be a 105 from here on in.
Yeah.
He's definitely an option.
Matt Parker with no Dusty. Cheap.
He is, isn't he?
He is, but no. You can't go, no.
Tell you what, it was allowed. I think he had 68. It was allowed 68. He looked great. He looked fantastic. If it was earlier in the year, I'd be all over that.
324K, it's a no.
Gaff or the goat?
Goat.
Oh, please. One's a goat. One's...
Look, that was a predictable answer, but it's the right answer for so many reasons.
Are you picking for Jay here, Kennedy over Bolton?
Right, I'm in that situation and I am all in on Kennedy here.
Yeah, similar price, 15K or whatever.
Yeah, it's not much. And I think I think it's worth it. Got the role. He had like 21 CBAs last week. Kennedy?
Yeah.
That's
what he does.
Yeah.
Inside mid.
Yep.
What do you like here? Walsh and Bianco or West there? Or Lloyd and Sharp to bring in?
It's the Walsh. It's the Walsh option with the other rookie. Sharp's still a rookie. Let's not forget that.
No.
Yes, he had a great game, but before that he's only been 60s.
Twice in a row.
So that 120 was...
good for 120s.
He's not good for 120s. You wrote a tweet the other day. Oh, no, what we said, stock is good for 70.
And you bite.
He's done it every single time. But you made the comment. You made the uneducated comment.
And you bit.
God.
And then you had to research it. I could imagine that when you went in there. You said that. Oh,
no.
And you went in going. Oh,
you were
many
angry.
times? How many times has he scored 70? Oh, he scored 2. Right, I'm going to show you on Twitter, Wandog.
No. People
And
wrote...
you going.
No, people...
That's what you do. You're smug head comes
People write messages to me and they go, have you seen what Warren said? And I said, I did. And they go, get him, Cal.
Sick.
Get him. I go, I'm all yours. Here we go. And that's what we do.
Gosh.
What we do.
That'd just be about it, I reckon.
That's about all we do.
Good.
Because we've got 5 weeks left of the season. This is the last roster game for most default leagues if you've got the top 8 going on. So,
no.
Are we top 8?
Yes.
1 week next week. We better have a look at that on our next pod.
Bit going on.
Talk about
I think I need to win 2 games this
so
week.
remembering,
to make the 8.
Oh, really? So you need
big week.
You want to finish in the top 4 so you get that double chance.
Yes.
Which, with all the carnage that is coming, like that week off could be super important. And if that falls your way for the luck of it all, that would be massive for you. All right, I reckon we're done, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in. And
advice.
make sure if you're keen on the podcast, you can hit up the reviews on Apple. Give us some nice 5-star reviews. I think we deserve those.
Just letting you know, Dog, you are sitting 5th in the Bacon Cup.
Yep.
I'm sitting 4th.
Oh, dear.
And you are no chance to knock me off. Bad luck, mate.
Aren't I?
Nah.
I'm 9th, aren't I? Am I 2 games out?
You are 9th and you are 1 game out and basically even with percentage. So you need a win.
Come on.
And a win well.
Wow.
Done.
Thanks for listening.
Come on.
We'll talk to you on Monday.